What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. So in today's video, guys, I'm going to be talking about Manchester United's last game that we went and played, Southampton at home, guys, at the Theatre of Dreams. And anyway, guys, let's just get straight into today's video. So it was an unchanged team from the last game against Aston Villa, talking about the starting 11. So we started with De Gea, Wan-Bissaka, Lindelof, Maguire, Shaw, Pogba, Matic, Greenwood, Fernandes, Rashford and Martial. Getting into the overall reaction now, Southampton equalised late onto the United win. I can't fucking believe it. I'm fuming. We bottled it. It's a missed opportunity. We needed to win this game and we didn't. That feels like a loss. We didn't deserve to win. Performance was bang average last night. Still unbeaten. Just before I start today's video, guys, I just want to say that this video will not be fully edited because United have pretty much got a game in the next 3 days. I won't have enough time to edit this video, so apologies for that, guys. Anyway, guys, let's just get straight into today's video. What did I make of the performance? If you ask me, I'm just going to be spouting on from that game from last night of what I watched and what I witnessed. You know what? I'm going to praise Southampton. They were absolutely fantastic last night from start to finish. They were the better team. We deserved nothing from that game, and that's coming from me. Even Ole Gunnar Solskjaer said that as well, that we didn't deserve nothing out of that game. I just want to say that Southampton, they played with a lot of high intensity, high tempo. They played with intent in their play. United were no good from start to finish. That's been coming, you know, because I've been saying the last couple of in my last couple of videos that, you know, the start's not been great, and that's happened now 3 times, and we've got our pants pulled down against Southampton. We got what we deserved against Southampton, and we didn't deserve to win that last night. And very poor performance. It was a shit show. I'm not gonna rage because there's no point, but I'm not going to rant or anything, but it was a very poor performance from start to finish. I'm not going to praise us because we were absolutely poor, and I don't know still how we got a draw out of that game. But you know what? Southampton were absolutely fantastic and they deserved to win. They could have stopped our unbeaten run, but it still goes, you know, and we're still 18 games unbeaten. We still can get top 4, and it feels weird because obviously it's a point gained. We're on the same points as Leicester now, but we're a point behind Chelsea now, so anything can happen. And I think it's just all about now who wins the next 3 games. But you know what? I think talking about the game last night, I think first half Southampton were absolutely brilliant. It was a dream start for Southampton. I've been saying the last couple of days and also in the last couple of videos, and I've said, you know, we've not started well. And we didn't start well once again. I said in my last video we need to start well, and we didn't. I said we needed that quick and bright start. What did we do? They had the better start than us. They played with high intensity, high tempo. They pressed us. They played with intent in their play. They knew what they were doing. They had a game plan, and they had the tactics. I knew myself that they were going to come into this game and give us a good game. I knew that they were going to give us a good fight. I knew myself that this game was not going to be easy. I was never overconfident myself. I was never going to say, oh yeah, we're going to win, we're going to win, we're going to win. We knew that this game, we just, you know, it was going to be a test for our players, and that showed that last night against Southampton that, you know, we tactically didn't get it right against Southampton. I think in the first half, if you ask me, we started off slow. We got put on the back foot. We had to defend. Southampton were just coming at us left, right and centre. Defensively, you know, we did a job in times, but we were not great as well at the same time. And then I think it was the dream start for Southampton. They got the start that they wanted. They pressed us, got us on the back foot. We had to defend, and the defending in times wasn't great, and we still managed to clear the ball in times. But twice now in 3 games where we've gone behind. We went behind against Bournemouth. We got a good reaction out of the players and we won that game. In this game, we went behind and we drew this game, but we deserved nothing in this game, if you ask me, because we were bang average last night. And what let us down was, basics. We couldn't pass the fucking ball. We kept on losing every second ball we had. It was just the basics, and we kept getting caught in possession. Pogba was lazy. One of his worst performances since Project Restart. I think that was Bruno's crap performance as well. So Bruno didn't play well, if you ask me, even though he got an assist. I'm angry. I'm angry, and we shouldn't have never drew this game against Southampton. We should have got third place. If you're Chelsea fans, you'll be fucking lucky, and you're not going to have one of those days once again. And we just cannot afford to slip up now, and we cannot afford to get beat by Crystal Palace, West Ham or Leicester. And if you look at all those teams, they're in shite form, so they're games that we have to win at the end of the day, and we have to go and react now in the week. But once again, we needed to win this game, and we bottled it, and that's what we got out of those players. I mean, at the end of the day, when we went behind, did we get a good reaction immediately? No, not really. We sort of had to defend when they were on the attack, and then we sort of had to attack, but they defended really well. The game was so even, and it was a very balanced game all round, and we were just not great from start to finish. But I think we got lucky to score those two fantastic goals. I think that just goes to show that we needed that creativity in that spell as well. We got 2 goals in the space of 3 minutes, and that was needed. And obviously we got the 2 goals just before the drinks break. And I think at the drinks break you're thinking, right, let's go and score the 3rd goal just before half time. Let's kill this game off. So then in the second half we can just take off our best players and look forward to the next game against Crystal Palace. And we couldn't find that 3rd goal in the first half, so we couldn't really put the game to bed because it was such an even game. I couldn't believe it. It was both sided. It was such a balanced game from start to finish. And but like again, we deserved nothing. We were not good enough. We got our pants pulled down. We needed to win this game, and we bottled it, and that's what we got against Southampton. I was never overconfident. I knew that it was going to be a good test, a good game, a good fight, but that's what we got. We needed to win this game, and we bottled it, and that's what we got from the players. We bottled it in the dying moments of the game, and you're just thinking, keep it tight at the back, don't afford to slip up, don't afford to make a mistake. What did we do? Made a fucking mistake, and people are blaming Maguire, and I mean, I don't even think it was Maguire's fault. I think that was Lindelof's fault because he was on the wrong side of the striker. But we need to learn from this draw. Feels like a defeat, obviously, but we were not good in that game. Second half, I thought we came out. Southampton with a much better team. We had to defend for the most of that half, and you're just thinking, right, let's come out in the second half. Let's play with quick, incisive football. Southampton were all around us in that second half. It was unbelievable. We could not do anything to Southampton. We couldn't break them down, and it was just one of the worst games. Well, not one of the worst games, but I think it was just one of the worst performances I've seen from Man United. And we're lucky not to lose that game, because if we would have lost that game, it would have been a big mountain to climb, and that would have been also thinking, we had to also let, obviously, Leicester and Chelsea go and drop points, but they can still drop points. I mean, Chelsea have got Norwich, Liverpool and Wolves, and Leicester have still got Sheffield, Tottenham and Man United. So for Leicester, it's not easy. They've got 3 tough games, and Chelsea have got an easy game tonight, and they've got 2 tough games to finish it off. So, and we've got 3 easy games at the end of the day: Crystal Palace, West Ham and Leicester. But I don't even think Leicester's going to be easy, because the last day of the last game of the season, they want to give it absolutely everything that they've got. And but yeah, second half we were no good. We had to defend. We should have chased down the 3rd goal. We didn't. The substitutions didn't make an impact at all. We struggled. We couldn't get going, and that's what we got. We got what we deserved, and we got our pants pulled down. We needed to win this game, and we bottled it. and that means now we need a reaction from the players in the week. We've got to go and beat Crystal Palace now, and it is what it is. We've got to move on now to the next game against Southampton, and we've got to move on now to the next game against Crystal Palace, sorry, and yeah, it is what it is, we move on. That was disappointing, very, very disappointed. This was the game that would have taken us third, and we've fallen short from a winning position in the dying minutes. Wasn't in control for the large parts of the game, but being right up until the last, into injury time, you'd expect us to hold on and win that ugly, and we failed to do it. Where do I want to start? I just want to start off by saying, Southampton were absolutely brilliant from start to finish. I think they were the better team on the day. They deserved to win that game. We got what we deserved. We drew that game. We got our pants pulled down. We bottled it, and this was a chance to go third, get in front of Chelsea and Leicester. We bottled it, and what more can we do? We couldn't do anything. I mean, the game plan and the tactics wasn't there, and we knew that Southampton were going to be a tough opposition, a tough test. We knew that we didn't want to write them off, and we completely didn't keep our eye on the ball. The players were too overconfident, I reckon, as well, because they've looked at what happened to Chelsea against Sheffield, and then they've looked at Leicester get humiliated against Bournemouth, and they've looked at that and they've gone, oh yeah, we're going to win, we're going to win, we're going to win. And what do we go and do? We've got our pants pulled down in the dying moments of the game, and I'm fuming, I'm devastated, I'm disappointed, and what really hurts as well is the manner how we lost that game as well. I mean, where was the character? Where was the fight? Where was the passion? Where was the pride? And we got what we deserved. Ollie said that as well. We're not good enough, and we got it's a tough pillow. It's a tough pillow to swallow, and so it feels like a loss. And we didn't deserve to win, and the performance was just bang average. But I think what the good thing is, and the good positive to say is we're still unbeaten. But it was a missed opportunity, a massive missed opportunity. We bottled it, and I'm fuming. I think everyone's going to be fuming, and I raged right after I completely had a good rage after the game, and I just couldn't believe it. And I was absolutely fuming once we let that goal go in, and it was just not good enough from our players. And I mean, you can't defend like that. And I mean, obviously, people are going to say, why did we not bring on another man? It was because apparently you can only stop the game 3 times to make substitutions. So it's some rule that they've got now. And it just goes to show in the second time round, we've got to make those substitutions and kill the game off. And we didn't really kill the game off, did we? We sort of made it tough for ourselves. We had to defend in that second half for the most of the second half. Didn't chase the game down. We may have had a few glimpses, like Martial had a chance, Rashford had a chance but was offside, and well, we got what we deserved, and we didn't deserve to win that game, if you ask me. And I mean, we should have deserved to get beat by Southampton, and that should have happened. And we were there for the taking. Southampton were the better team. We were shite, and we've got to hold our hands up and say we were crap, and we were crap. This is the third game we have started slow, and twice we've gone behind, obviously, against Bournemouth and Southampton. Why have we started the last 3 games slow? What it is what we've done is we've invited them to come on the front foot. So United have gone, right, hit us, we want to defend, and that's what we've done. But I think it's not only just that. I think what it is the last 3 games we've started ropey, rusty, sketchy, and not inspiring, and those 4 things just prove that in the last 3 starts in the first 15 minutes we have not been great. I mean, we got lucky against Aston Villa that we didn't go behind, and if Aston Villa were not that shit, we would have probably conceded a goal in the first 15 minutes against them. But because Bournemouth were clinical in front of goal and they took the chance, they scored it. De Gea got beat at near post, but in this game it was comical. I mean, Pogba lost possession, and Danny Ings read it really well, and Armstrong scored a very good goal. Where was Danny Ings in that game? Didn't see him. What did he do? What did Che Adams do? Did nothing, as well. And it goes to show that Obafemi went and scored the equaliser for them. And I think after the aftermath of watching that game, I'm still fuming, but I think it'll be out on me tomorrow. But it's not good enough from the players. We cannot be dropping points to Southampton, and we've dropped 4 points against Southampton this season. We've not beaten them this season, and I mean we beat them last season in the cracking game, and that was 3-2. So we've not beaten Southampton this season whatsoever. 2 draws against Southampton, home and away. Not good enough. Straight down, not good enough. Am I still confident we will finish in the top 4? Oh, of course. I'm still confident that we can get it. I think if you look at our games now against Crystal Palace, West Ham and Leicester, I think it's all going to probably go down to the last game of the season for us, because we've got to play Leicester. As long as we beat Leicester, I think we'll definitely get top 4. But it's all about the reaction now on Thursday. I'm still confident that we can get top 4, because both Chelsea and Leicester have got tough games now. Chelsea have got 2 tough games. Leicester have got 3 tough games now to the end of the season. And if you look at how Leicester are performing right now, I don't think they could win all those 3 games. It's a big mountain to climb, but I think we can get there. I think we'll definitely get top 4 and get Champions League football for next season. Definitely, for sure. Is it 2 points dropped? Well, it is 2 points dropped, isn't it? But it's a weird one, because at the end of the day, it's 2 points dropped, but at the same time, it's a point gained. I think it's probably a good point, but we didn't deserve to win, did we, at the end of the day? I think a draw was fair. We're on the same points as Leicester now, 1 behind Chelsea. Anything can happen now. Whoever slips up, United have got to really concentrate, take advantage, and go and win that game at the end of the day. Who is my man of the match? You know what, I'm going to be controversial. I don't think the likes of Pogba, Bruno had a good game. I mean, Martial scored a cracking goal and Rashford got a goal. I mean, Bruno got an assist, but I'm going to be controversial here, and I'm going to say that Luke Shaw had a very good game, and I think Luke Shaw is my man of the match. It was unfortunate that he got subbed off because he got injured, but I think he was my man of the match. He did fantastically well, and he was my man of the match for sure. How do we beat Crystal Palace? We've got Crystal Palace in our next fixture. You know what, Crystal Palace, they're in poor form right now. They're in shite form. They've only won I think 2 games, from the project restart, so it's not been great for them. I mean, Crystal Palace, I think they got unfortunate against Chelsea not to win that. Well, they only just lost it, but Crystal Palace, they've been one of these teams where, they had a good start, they've lost a few games, won a couple of games, and then they went back drawing to games, and then they've just lost a load of games, if you ask me, and that sort of hurt them more. And I think that's just down to, poor defence, and I think with the likes of Gary Cahill out as well, because he's a very commanding defender, and he improves them in the defence, but with him being out injured now, long-term injury, torn hamstring, he's not in the team now. And if you look at that now, that just goes to show that we have got to really put our foot on the pedal now, because I think if you ask me, their defence is wide open. They're open, and with Palace, obviously they lost Aaron Wan-Bissaka last summer. They haven't replaced him. Obviously they're playing a centre-back out of position, so they really need to dip in the summer and get a couple of signings. I think also with the likes of Christian Benteke missing this one, so they've got a few key players out for this one, and that's not what they want. And I think this game this game has come at the best time for us. I think not only just coming off a draw against Southampton, but in the form that Crystal Palace are in, just losing games after game after game after game, and they can't find the confidence or the momentum. But I think they'll still treat this as an FA Cup final. I mean, we've got to sort of treat this as an FA Cup final, not even that, probably the Champions League final or something like that to win this game, because it's going to be so massive and crucial that we have to win this game against Crystal Palace. It's all about the reaction from these players. I mean, Ollie's going to be changing the team about. He's going to be making changes, obviously, because we've got the FA Cup as well on the weekend. So, you know what? I think the way you beat Crystal Palace. Now, I'm going to say this for the final and last time. We need a quick and bright start to the game. I mean, we might be changing the team about. We're playing the likes of Mata Lingard, maybe probably Dalot now at left back. We're going to have to really step it up now. And I mean, we need a good performance from players that have only going to be starting for the second time this season since Project Restart. So we're going to have to really put our foot on the pedal. We need a great performance from start to finish, and we need to really get our foot. We need to get our foot on the pedal from start to finish. We have got to get them. We need that quick and bright start. We need to have it. We need to have it. Get the quick and bright start. Play with high intensity, high tempo. Get the transition from defence to attack there brilliantly. We need the fluidity in the team. Play with a lot of intent as well. And we've got to get the ball out wide. Use width, use pace, and we didn't use that a lot against Southampton. I mean, I fucking didn't see Greenwood against Southampton. He had to do more defending than attacking last night as well. So I think at the end of the day, it's all about the pressing as well. I mean, we've got to play with high intensity, high tempo, and we need to press them back, get them on the back foot, play on the front foot. Got to get some low and hard crosses into the box. And we need to finish our chances. We need to be clinical. We're going to have to take our chances, score on our chances, get some good crosses into the box. And we're going to have to finish our dinner off, because that's the first game that we've had where we've really not done so well in. And we need to really up our game against Crystal Palace. We need to play with character, fight, passion, pride. Got to play for the club, got to play for the badge. And we've got to go for it. We've got nothing to lose against Crystal Palace. We have to win it. It's so crucial in the league as well. And we're going to have to really get on the front foot, be aggressive from start to finish, play quick, incisive football. And we need to put these to bed quite early on in the game, so then Ollie can start thinking about the FA Cup against Chelsea. So we need to get on the front foot and play quick, incisive football. Let's put these to bed earlier on. Obviously, this is Wan-Bissaka's old club and Zaha's old club. So, yeah, I think this will be a good game, but we need to put these to bed quite early on in the game, if you ask me. Getting into the goals now, Bruno passed it to Greenwood. Greenwood passed it to Pogba. Pogba crossed the ball in. Brilliant hold-up play by Martial. Martial controls it, passed it out wide to Rashford, and Rashford shoots and scores for 1-1. Second goal, Pogba passed it to Bruno. Bruno passed it to Martial. Martial runs, cuts back inside and scores a cracking goal to put United ahead for 2-1. Getting into the stats now, possession for Man United it was 47.5%, and for Southampton it was 52.5%. Goals for Man United it was 2, and for Southampton it was 2. Total shots for Man United it was 8, and for Southampton it was 9. Shots on target for Man United it was 4, and for Southampton it was 5. Shot accuracy for Man United it was bang on 50%, and for Southampton it was 55.6%. Shots inside the box for Man United it was 4, and for Southampton it was 7. Shots outside the box for Man United it was 4, and for Southampton it was 7. Total passes for Man United it was 463 passes, and for Southampton it was 510 passes. Pass accuracy for Man United it was 79.5%, and for Southampton it was 80.8%. That just goes to show that in those stats, Southampton were the better team at the end of the day, and I don't know how they didn't win that game against us. Getting into the substitutions now, Pogba went off a thread. Talk about Pogba's performance. Robbed off the ball by Danny Ings, and it led to Southampton's opener caught out in possession again soon after. His weakest performance since the restart, substituted. Shaw went off for Williams. Talk about Shaw's performance. Embarked on a burst that found Marcus Rashford, but the forward was flagged offside. Shaw was the most adventurous of the United defenders. Greenwood went off for James. Talk about Greenwood's performance. Uncharacteristically quiet against Ryan Bertrand and cruelly fouled by Romeu, who somehow avoided a red card. Should have been a red card and sent off. Fernandez went off for McTominay. Talk about Bruno's performance. So below par. 2 deliveries in almost as many seconds, failed to beat the first man. Still got an assist for Martial's strike. Next up we've got Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace are 14th in the table. We need the mentality there in the team. We're going to prepare well, not only just physically but mentally as well. This is also about the mentality in this game. This is also about how we react as well. Like I said, Ollie's going to be making some changes. We're going to have to really play on the front foot and play some aggressive football from start to finish. And we've got to put these to bed earlier on, so then Ollie can start thinking about the FA Cup really on the weekend. Crystal Palace have scored 30 goals so far this season. They've also conceded 45 goals so far this season. They've been scoring 0.9 goals per game, and conceding 1.3 goals per game. They have the 11th worst defence in the league. So far in 2020, Crystal Palace have won 4 games, and that was against Newcastle, Brighton, Watford and Bournemouth. Poor sides, obviously. Crystal Palace have won 11, drawn 9 and lost 15. They've lost to Sheffield United 1-0, Tottenham 4-0, City 2-0, Leicester City 2-0, Chelsea 2-0, Liverpool 2-1, Newcastle 1-0, Southampton 2-0, Sheffield 1-0, Everton 3-1, Liverpool 4-0, Burnley 1-0, Leicester City 3-0, 3-2 against Chelsea, and also 2-0 against Villa. 7 of those fixtures are at home. The last time Man United won against Crystal Palace was on Wednesday the 27th of February 2019, and it ended 3-1 to the Reds. The last time Man United lost to Crystal Palace was on Saturday the 24th of August 2019, and it ended 2-1 to Crystal Palace. Obviously that was this season. We've got to put that right now against Crystal Palace away from home. The players to look out for is Van Aanholt, Tompkins, Sacco, Schlupp, Milivojevic, Meyer, Kuate, Townsend, McCarthy, Riederveld, Ayew and Zaha. Hope you guys are enjoying the video. Be sure to leave a like. Subscribe to my channel if you're new. See you guys in a video in the next couple of days, and peace.